Barbara Quiroga, who is here, she's a sole proprietor of BQ&A, and she's been ahead of the trends in Boston in marketing PR for a very long time. She really knows everything, so let's give her a round of applause.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Actually, I'm here because I don't know everything about everything, and I want to be here to learn with all of you. And we've got a fabulous panel. Can everybody hear me?
No.
Maybe I should. Okay. How about now? Better?
Yes.
Okay. We really have a great panel, and I'm impressed. And we all got on the phone and spoke in the last week. So we're excited to be here, and we want to open this up. But I want to introduce you first to Lylah Alphonse at the very end, who's an editor and writer for the Boston Globe, and really brings a wide range of experience to us tonight. She's worked for the Globe since 1994 in various departments, editing for the Living Arts section. She was assistant editor for National News and a team member in information technology. Currently, Lylah's editing for the Globe Sunday magazine, and she writes about parenting in a column called In the Parenthood. She's also a freelance editor, writer, and blogger whose work appears regularly on Yahoo and Work It Mom. You can follow her on Twitter at Write, Edit, Repeat, and she has a blog of the same name. I don't know how she does it all with a full-time job and 5 children, but she does make time to tweet.
Coffee, sugar, and no sleep.
Ted McEnroe works at New England Cable News, where he's director of digital media. He had 13 years on the TV side before moving over to digital, and he is now responsible for everything that's online at New England Cable News. We no longer call it NECN, it's NECN.
That's right. Very important.
All right. He also oversees the NECN newsletter and Twitter account. Prior to this position, Ted was nightside executive producer at NECN for 3.5 years. And we're especially grateful that he's here tonight because his wife had a baby just 2 weeks ago. So that's great. Mel Robbins, radio, TV, print, social media, Mel does it all. She is a no-nonsense life and career coach whose expertise in giving relationship, career, and business advice helped grow an impressive media career for her brand. The key, she says, is to own your own content. Mel created an original syndicated radio program, and you can hear it on WTKK FM here in this market. She's also a columnist for Success Magazine, a contributor to CNBC, and is currently writing her first book, due out in May 2011. She's a graduate of Dartmouth and Boston College Law, and she knows all about self-promotion and is now helping others do the same.
And if you don't follow me, I'm going to track you down and kill you.
All right. That's right. Lisa Vanderpool has been a reporter at the Boston Business Journal since 2005, and prior to joining the BBJ, she wrote for the New England regional publication Adweek for 5 years. She continues to follow the Boston advertising and marketing industry for the BBJ, as well as writing about law, small business, hospitality, and retail. Lisa appears regularly on NECN as broadcast editor for the BBJ. She also contributes to NECN's program Style Boston for power players, and you can tune in tomorrow night to see her interview with a power player. She fully understands the impact of social marketing on self-promotion, and in addition to tweeting, her other passion, watch out, kickboxing. So, I also want to thank Dan Shawbell before we get going here, because Dan has been recognized as a personal branding guru by the New York Times, as well as by everybody in this room, which is a great looking crowd. So kudos to you, Dan, for pulling this together. So let's start with one of our first questions. I'm going to let this, all right. Here's something that, you know, actually Dan and I had talked about a couple of months ago as we were as he was first starting to pull together this panel. And my question was, and he agrees, there are 200 million bloggers out there, people with full blogs, 400 million Facebookers, and 190 million Twitterers. 70 million are on LinkedIn. How do you stand out? How do you get noticed with all of this going on? So I'm going to open that up to the panel. I don't know who wants to answer first, but Lisa, you jump in.
I mean, I think that, you know, it's like what you said, Mel's philosophy, it's to own your own content, you know, and obviously, oh, sorry, yeah. You know, I think it's, one of the big things is to own your own content, and so obviously, you know, if you have a blog, or if you're a reporter, or if you're on TV, you can, you know, add a lot to the conversation by tweeting about things that you do. So that's a huge thing, and obviously, you know, just trying to kind of know who your followers are, and, you know, cater your content, your tweets to that. I think that that's, you know, when I see a lot of the people who are top tweeters, that's what they do. I think it's a good strategy. So.
Let me illustrate what Lisa's talking about. Okay, so raise your hand if you own your own business and you're here tonight because you want to figure out how to promote yourself more. Okay, raise your hand if you're here because your company told you to come to figure out how the hell to use social media to benefit them. Okay, all right, raise your hand if you are, I guess, a communications professional that feels that you need to know more about this. All right, now I want to know who is here individually because you have a selfish objective to become really good at blogging, social media, advancing your own personal stuff. Yeah, raise your damn hand. Okay, the reason why I'm asking this is because now we know who's in the room. And so we can address our comments so that they're appropriate and valuable to you. The same thing is true about social media. There was an absolutely incredible article written 2 weeks ago in Liberté where they were talking about this phenomenon with social media where people are doing the live from Cannes, it's Mel Robbins, fake life. I mean, you don't care about people's best lives. And what most people are doing on social media, which is why they're none of the standout blogs, they don't have any followers, is they're putting up this BS that's not really true. If you want to stand out, you have to have original, interesting, entertaining, or valuable content. End of story.
I'd also add that you need to know your niche, because if you think about it in terms of a Google search, you've got the most popular up there first. But people are looking for very specific content. They're not looking for an online department store's worth of content with a little something in every department. So figure out what your niche is, and then figure out who your competition is, and figure out where they're dropping the ball so you can pick it up and run with it.